Benjamin Netanyahu said on Monday he will convene his security cabinet this week to decide on Israel's next steps in Gaza. The announcement follows the collapse of indirect ceasefire talks with Hamas. One senior Israeli source suggested more force could be an option. On a visit to Israel, U.S. Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff had said he was working with the Israeli government on a plan that would effectively end the war in Gaza. Talks in Doha had aimed to secure a short-term ceasefire that would see an influx of desperately needed aid to more than 2 million civilians, many of whom are gripped with acute malnutrition. Health authorities in Gaza said at least 40 Palestinians were killed by Israeli gunfire and airstrikes on Monday, including 10 seeking aid, adding another 5 had died of starvation. Video obtained by Reuters showed Palestinians running from gunfire near a Gaza Humanitarian Foundation aid distribution site in central Gaza on Saturday. Israeli officials have floated ideas including expanding their military offensive and annexing parts of the war-shattered enclave. Israel's Channel 12 on Monday, citing an official from the Prime Minister's office, said Netanyahu was inclining towards expanding the offensive and seizing the entire Palestinian enclave. Israeli Army Radio reported on Monday that the country's military chief has become increasingly frustrated with what he describes as a lack of strategic clarity by the political leadership. A spokesperson for the Israel Defense Forces declined to comment on the report, but said that the military has plans in store. Hamas has repeatedly said it won't lay down arms, but it has told mediators it was willing to quit governance in Gaza for a nonpartisan ruling body, according to 3 Hamas officials. It insists that the post-war Gaza arrangement must be agreed upon among the Palestinians themselves and not dictated by foreign powers.
Hamas over the weekend released videos showing Israeli hostage Eviatar David, who was captured in the October 7, 2023 attack led by the Islamist militant group.
I saw the tunnel and I immediately recognized it.
Tal Shoham is a former hostage who had been held with his friends, Eviatar David and Guy Gilboa Dalal. In the surprise attack, Palestinian fighters killed 1,200 people and took more than 250 hostages back to Gaza, according to Israeli tallies. More than 100 captives have been freed in subsequent temporary ceasefires. Israel estimates Hamas is still holding 20 living hostages. Shoham was released in February under a temporary ceasefire deal, but his friends stayed behind.
We've been more than 8 months together underground in this tunnel. I saw that Eviatar is completely crushed. I mean, he's only an empty shell of himself, of the Eviatar I knew in the most extreme times that we had together, most extreme and cruel situation we've been together in. And right now he's looking even worse than that.
In the video, Eviatar David describes receiving very little food. At one point, he's shown digging what he says he believes will be his own grave.
And I could actually see in his eyes that he believes that it's actually will be his grave. In the tunnel, in this tomb, in hell, where Guy and Eviatar is staying, and all the rest of the hostages.
The video of David drew criticism from Western powers and horrified Israelis. A statement from the Hostages Families Forum, which represents relatives of those being held in Gaza, demanded their immediate release. The Hamas attack provoked a devastating Israeli military operation that Palestinian health officials say has killed more than 60,000 people in Gaza. Much of the territory has been reduced to rubble and triggered a humanitarian crisis. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Monday said he remained committed to 3 military objectives: defeating Hamas, returning the hostages, and ensuring Gaza posed no further threat.
What they need to do is condemn Hamas.
Shoham says the world must put pressure on Hamas to free the hostages and disarm.
fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.